Hello and welcome to the Lobster Pot podcast, or is it day 2 of Product Earth seminars? I'm not sure. Well, it could be both. We can live in these kind of worlds of duality. But enough about that. Today we have our next seminar. We have Gemma Nice, who's a sex therapist. Is that right?
Yeah, sex and relationship coach.
I don't usually talk to people I haven't met before about sex, but today's going to be an education. So you were meant to be on the Sunday Product Earth, but you obviously didn't happen for various reasons. But you were there on the Saturday too. You had a look. You were doing yoga, you said.
Yes, yeah. It was good fun actually. It was a great event. Just a shame it ended up how it did.
Yeah. That's it. I know. But there we go. It's all good. But yeah, tell us about your presentation, and then over to you, and tell us a little bit more about. Well, we're talking about sex, so
yes, we are.
Yeah.
So we're going to be talking about. Let's talk about sex. So harnessing nature and open dialogue for better intimacy, and there's always 3 main questions that I get asked, and those are: how can I get better at communication for a better intimate relationship? Then we've got, what do you mean go out in nature to be more intimate? And number 3 is, what can I do with my partner to talk openly about my desires during sex? So yes, we are going to talk about those.
Excellent. Well, over to you.
Okay, yeah. So let's talk about sex. Harnessing nature and communication with better dialogue for better intimacy by me, Gemma Nice. I am an award-winning sex and relationship coach. So there are 3 questions that I always get asked. How can I get better at communication for better intimate relationships? What do you mean go out into nature to be more intimate? And what can I do with my partner to talk openly about my desires during sex? So, number 1, how can I get better at communication for a better intimate relationship? Well, it seems that communication dies when you have been together for a while and you end up in a never-ending cycle of arguments where you're not having quality time together and you're just living or existing. And your sex life is just non-existent and has been for a while. Plus, you haven't even had time to masturbate because of the never-ending to-do list. And I completely get you. I've certainly been there myself. And this has to stop completely, because when you first got together, you were maybe at it like rabbits, but over the years, it's just dwindled. And this is where most people will go and have affairs. Now, we don't want that here. So here are a few tips on how to get that connection back for a better intimate relationship. So what I would love for you to do is to get comfortable and find a time to go out and walk together in nature and discuss why you both feel the way you do. And by being in nature, we are going back to our roots. And this allows us to feel fully grounded and in the moment. And you are breathing in fresh air, which is oxygenating your lungs and bloodstream, which in turn is fueling your brain for you to feel better. So maybe if you can go barefoot and sit down, holding hands, as there are so many nerve endings within the hands, and then talk to each other about your sexual desires. But when it comes to sex, there is so much taboo around the subject, even when you are in a relationship. So how can we talk about this? So I would love for you to meditate and just sit quietly for a few minutes and listen to your body. Do you feel any pain or discomfort anywhere? Then I want you to journal out your thoughts as to what you would like your desires to be during your intimate moments. I would also love for you to be comfortable talking about masturbation with your partner. And do you know that do you know where you like to actually be touched? When your partner's touching you or when you are actually touching you? And also, I would love for you to get comfortable around talking about masturbation with your partner. Now, do you actually know all about this? If you don't, then I would advise you to spend some time exploring your own body inside and out and notice the feelings around this. Does it feel naughty for you to talk about it or masturbate on your own? Why is this? So ask that question, why is this? And where would you like to be in, say, 2 months' time? When you have these thoughts, you are more likely to orgasm and be happier within your body because you can start to relax. Now, there seems to be such a time gap between men and women for climaxing. Men are usually around about 2 to 5 minutes, and women are around 20 to 30 minutes. So that's a massive gap. And by knowing exactly how and where you like to be touched, this can decrease the time it takes for you to orgasm. You need to then find the courage to bring these feelings up and when you feel closer to each other. So tell your partner how it makes you feel and use I statements instead of you. So you make me feel like this. This will bring you closer as you will understand each other's needs and desires. The more you communicate, the closer you will be to each other. Another one is listening and actually taking on board what each other is saying. So another game I would love you to do is to grab a piece of paper and pen. One of you starts talking and the other writes down what the person is saying, word for word. Now, I guarantee it will be completely different. So one person has stopped talking, reread it back and see what you wrote down was correct. And it won't be certainly what was actually said. Now, this makes you both listen intently. So question 2, what do you mean go out into nature to be more intimate? Well, when you are in nature, it brings you back to a sense of self-worth and self. Next time you're in nature, take off your shoes and socks and ground down into the earth. Because when you do this, it allows the energy of the earth to come up and be absorbed into your body. This then sets off an energetic exchange between the earth and you, making you feel calmer and more relaxed, and of course, one with nature. But how does this allow you to be more intimate? Well, when you are fully immersed in your body and you have so much self-love for yourself, you can then be intimate because it allows your body to be in the parasympathetic nervous system, which is your rest and digest, rather than being in the sympathetic nervous system, your fight or flight, which mainly we are all of the time. But if you look around in nature, we can then start to notice more green colors, calming colors, and fresh air. So by taking in fresh oxygen, it allows our brains to reset. This then allows you to be fully present when being intimate, and it makes you feel fresh, calm, and in control. But notice the little things, the symmetry, the colors, the smells, and sights around you while being out in nature. By bringing in all of these thoughts and feelings into the bedroom, it makes you be more intimate and allows you to trust a little more each time you do this. And we seem to have lost sight of who we are. And by using our intuition, it can help us immensely within the bedroom. Now, another one is that I would love you to be open and honest with yourself and your partner, certainly about your needs and your desires within the bedroom. Now, if you aren't sure or need some guidance, by going out into nature, it can help you find answers as you are using your intuition. So stay calm, take in deep breaths and feel grounded, and listen to what comes up, and then find the courage to talk to your partner. So we now move on to question number 3. What can I do with my partner to talk openly about my desires during sex? So sometimes it's hard for us to bring up our needs and desires, especially if you have had trauma or don't feel confident enough to do so. It might be that there has been trust issues and you can't feel like you can say how you feel. Now, another game I would love for you to try is find common ground, and I want you to find the courage again. So write down again what your partner is saying word for word and read it back. So try this naked if you fancy something raunchier. This makes you both listen to each other and really focus on being in the here and now. The more we listen to each other, the closer we become. But another game that I would love you to try is sitting back to back. So you are physically touching each other. Take in 3 big deep breaths and be in the moment. Then one of you talks first and the other listens. Then swap around. But be open to discussing things which you normally wouldn't be able to bring up when looking at each other. Because you are back to back, you can still talk and be open, but without looking at each other. So both of you can be open and open to trying new things in the bedroom. Ask each other what your sexual desires are, or what you would like to do to me if we could have sex right now. When talking, don't interrupt each other and really listen. The more you do this, the more you trust each other and the more intimate you become. So if you're not keen on doing what your partner desires, maybe try a little bit of compromise on things. Be honest with each other and support each other. Always have a safe word you can both say and be respectful of that word. If you want to stop, then say it. Another way to bring things up is to send a text message to your partner describing what you would like to do to them when they get home. Talk about a movie you last saw together when there were some sex scenes and describe how you would be those people. This really sets the scene to get your juices flowing. So, to sum up, communicate, be intimate, and fully trust each other. If one of these is out of sync, then the relationship isn't a happy partnership. My name is Gemma, and you can come and ask me more about any sex and relationship questions. So thank you so much for listening and happy humping.
Excellent stuff. That's brilliant. Brilliant. Thank you so much, Gemma. That's really interesting. And well, there's some things I can pick up on there and talk about with my own wife. But there we go. That's really cool. But a couple of questions I had. So, I mean, as someone who's kind of interested in cannabis and medical cannabis and things like that, and thinking around some of the things you said were kind of important in communication and openness and just being honest and kind of having that time with your partner to kind of slow down. Do you feel like cannabis could be an interesting or a useful conduit to that? Is that something that maybe some of your clients talk about?
Yeah, definitely, because it makes you relax, and then that will be in the parasympathetic nervous system, your rest and digest, when again most of us are in the fight or flight. The stress hormones are really, really high. So it allows you to be more in the present moment, and certainly it can really, really help. Just certainly with the lubes that we tried at the event, that was amazing. It was so good. Just different things really, and it certainly can keep you calm and keep you in that little bubble, I suppose, love bubble. And yeah, I love it. It's amazing. It can certainly enhance everything.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think again, it's not just it's as much the relationship side of it as it is the sex as well. And I think, in terms of, I mean, that's something we all kind of need, is that communication. And again, the longer you've been with someone, I guess, like as you were saying, the idea of communication can just become, you get so caught up in the kind of day-to-day stuff, it becomes like actually taking that time out, having dedicated time, which sounds so simple, but it's almost like it becomes increasingly hard to kind of, especially if you've got busy lives and kids or pets or whatever. It's just there's always something that can distract you from connecting. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. And I think by bringing the cannabis in as well, CBD, it will both of you, not meaning sex, but communication and trusting as well, because it's going to relax you more and you're just going to be in that calm state, which is what you need when you are trying to bring up a conversation that's going to be hard.
Yes, no, absolutely. But I think, no, that's really, really interesting. Where can we find out more about, have you got a website? Where can we find out more about the coaching work you do?
yeah, my website is www.gemmanice.com. And yeah, you can find me there, or I'm over on LinkedIn, Gemma Nice.
Very good. Thank you very much, Emma. Really appreciate it. An education, and thanks again. And we'll see you soon.
Thank you so much. It's been good fun. Thank you. Bye.